Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you some great recipes using pinto beans. I first want to say thank you so much for clicking on today's video and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Let me know in the comments down below, how are you doing? How was your week? How's your day? Do you have any fun plans for the weekend? If it's not the weekend where you are, what are you doing today? So the first thing I'm doing is I am rinsing and checking 1 pound of pinto beans. Now, pinto beans used to be about 89 cents a pound before 2020, and now they're about $1.49 a pound if I purchase them by the bag. Otherwise, I can usually get them a little bit cheaper if I find them in bulk at Winco Foods, but recently I just haven't been going up that way. It's just like you can either pay a little bit less for groceries or you can invest in gas money to drive around. You know what I'm saying? So I did rinse them and check them. I don't soak my beans. If you want to, you can soak them overnight and it gives you better digestion. Completely up to you. So I put about 4 to 6 cups of water and put them in my pressure cooker for about 30 minutes. I let my pressure cooker naturally release and go ahead and scoop out the beans. As you can see, they're super well done. It's how I like them to be a little bit split, really plump. They're so flavorful, and I didn't add any seasoning to the pot because I plan to season these as I go. That's typically what I do with most of my beans because when I use them for different recipes, I don't want them to have all the same seasoning. So you can go ahead and you can freeze some of these if you're not going to use them, which is what I did. Check the video in the description box and linked above and see what I do with my beans when I make a lot of them. This first recipe is a pinto bean hummus, and I'm someone who's obsessed with hummus. I will make it with any bean, chickpeas, white beans, black beans, pinto beans. It's delicious with all of them. It adds a different texture, a different taste element, so good. So I did 2 cups of cooked beans. They were nice and warm, which makes this hummus so much better if you eat it when it's warm. It's good cold too, don't get me wrong, but it's so fresh and delicious when it's warm. A tablespoon or 2 of Dijon, 3 tablespoons of tahini, which you can leave out completely if you want to make it like oil-free. Absolutely, just add a little bit more mustard, some lemon, and some garlic. And as you can see, I didn't add any seasonings because again, I'm going to kind of season this as I go throughout the week. But then I did decide to add some seasonings to the top. It's completely up to your preference. You could add a bunch more seasonings if you want to, but I felt like this was perfect with the garlic, the Dijon, the tahini, etc. I thought it would be fun to also share with you how I enjoyed this hummus this week because yes, you could use it for pitas and carrots and celery and dip all your favorite things in it, or you can use it for pasta. It's really good if you use this instead of a pasta sauce. But this week I decided to make some rice and have it with my rice, and it was so good. I just made a little bit of it this day because I wanted to try it out, and then I decided I needed to make more hummus ASAP. So I made some the next day, and I made a big pot of rice in my pressure cooker. And I had this for lunch multiple times this week. So I did 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of liquid. And the liquid you saw me put in there was veggie broth, my own homemade. I shared so many kitchen hacks for saving time, saving money in the video I just referenced about the pinto beans. So make sure you check it out. And then all I did was get some rice and hummus. And here's the kicker, seaweed. I'm super into them right now. I never used to like them. And then I had them a few weeks ago, and now I can't stop eating them, and it's so delicious. You take a little bit of the pinto beans, a little bit of the rice, wrap it in seaweed. It's like the best version of sushi in the world. That's super easy to put together. It's a great lunch. You can take it with you, and I hope you give this one a try. I know this is kind of odd way to eat hummus, especially pinto beans, but it is so good. All the textures go really well together, the flavors go really well together, and it's the seaweed that the crunch for me that, oh, it's so divine. Literally thinking about this and how I had it last week for lunch every single day, I'm now thinking, you know what I'm going to have for lunch this week? I'm going to have this again, and I might make a different hummus. Personally, I love to experiment with hummus, different types of beans, so I hope you experiment and give this one a try. Using some really simple ingredients: onion, sweet potato, a pepper and onion mix, some corn, and of course our fresh made pinto beans, I'm going to throw together a tomato-free chili. It could be, I guess, a stew. I don't know the rules of chili versus soup versus stew. The first thing you see me put in there is a pack of onion. Oh my gosh, best kitchen hack ever. I'm never cutting onions again. And then of course my homemade chili seasoning, which you're going to see at the end of this video, so stay tuned. It's nice and beautiful layered, and then I got to shake it all up and get it into my pot. I love having this on hand. I think it's super easy to make. It's super efficient for me. And then I don't have to buy the little chili packs. And then we're just going to get some sweet potato together, get this into our pot, and it'll take about 18 to 20 minutes on medium-high heat, and you'll have a beautiful meal ready to go. It's the perfect weeknight dinner. It's a great way to use any kind of beans that you have on hand, especially if you want to make one pot of beans for the week and then kind of have a few of those for meals and then put the rest in the freezer, and then maybe the next week make a different type of bean. Or if you have beans on hand in your freezer, or maybe some that you need to use up, this is the perfect thing to do. And then what you saw me right there do is I just saved all my veggie scraps so I could make even more veggie broth. That bag is ready to go. I need to get that into a pot this weekend. This is my reminder to myself. You could use a different type of potato if you wanted to with this. I just like sweet potato with my chili. I think it's really good. If you haven't had the white sweet potato and you can find it, that's my favorite. But I did decide to purchase yellow because I knew I was making this recipe, and so many people say, well, I don't have the white. Can I use the yellow or the orange or whatever this is? And I'm like, yep, you can use anything you like. You can even omit this if you don't like it. You can just make throw together whatever you like. But these flavors go so good together because the pinto beans are so hearty. About 3 cups of my pinto beans and then a can of corn. Pop the lid on it. Like I said, put it on medium-high for about 18 to 20 minutes until the sweet potatoes were soft, because that's all we're really looking for here. Keep an eye on it just so it doesn't bubble over. I like to kind of put my lid a little offset so some of the steam kind of comes out and the liquid doesn't cook out. It's really delicious. It's great for a weeknight meal or make ahead meal. All right, I have a little bit of exciting news. Maybe it's more exciting for me than for you, but I know so many of you ask me down in the comments below for specific recipes. You watched a video of mine, you didn't say the recipe, you can't find it. I get a lot of direct messages over on Instagram saying, hey, can you help me out? I'm looking for this soup or this pasta salad or this way you made potatoes. I know it was your recipe and I can't find it. Well, I've done something that is very exciting for me, and again, hopefully for you. I have created a little tiny website that's like a blog where it's going to be super easy for you to find all of my recipes. Now, give me time. Not all of them are posted yet, but in due time, I plan to post every single recipe that I've ever created here on YouTube, and it's really easy to search. All you have to do is click the link in the description box. It's 100% free, and it'll pop up. It's super user-friendly. You'll see a main page with a little about me and some recipes. You can hit show more. You can hit the more button under those recipes and it'll pull up more. And when you see all of those pop up, you'll see a search bar and you can type in whatever comes to mind: black beans, pasta, etc., etc. Eventually, everything will be in categories, so it'll be so easy to find. But I hope this really helps you out. You'll find today's recipes linked down below. All I want to say is thank you so much for supporting me and my little channel and my little community. it means so much for me to have a place to constantly create because it's such a passion of mine. I just love to feel like I'm putting together little art projects and sharing them with all of you. So thank you so much. I hope you check it out. You can always subscribe by typing your email in to the top of that blog website. And anytime I create a new post, you'll see it. You'll get an email saying there's a new post. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I hope this helps you out in the fact that if you're ever looking for a recipe, you can do it from your mobile site, you can do it from your computer. Again, I was just trying to make things really, really helpful. Please give this video a huge thumbs up for that big announcement. I will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye. I thought I would also share with you my homemade chili seasoning. Personally, I love to put this together in a recycled jar because it's just one way that I can use it, and it looks kind of eclectic and a little bit fun, I guess, to me, but you can use anything you have on hand. I also really like to gift this over the holidays. I've said this before, but last year, I think it was like November, beginning of December, I made a kind of a gift idea video. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do that again. I can link that video up above and in the description box if you want to check it out. But I did a lot of chili baskets. You could definitely just do the chili seasoning with a really nicely typed or handwritten chili recipe. But I put together a basket of all the ingredients. It was really fun. I also did a couple book baskets, purchasing books that were used. I think there's nothing wrong with that. You could also purchase them new, I guess, but it's just like, it was a really fun way to kind of be a gift giving without breaking the bank, if you will, because over the holidays, a lot of people stress about gifts. So if you'd like to hear some more of my ideas that I'm using this year, let me know down in the comments below. Last year, we were purchasing a home. We ended up closing on our home right before Christmas. It was the weekend before, and I still wanted to give gifts, but I wanted to be super budget friendly. And this was such a big hit with all of the friends that I gave it to. And I really like if you layer it and don't mix it up. It's kind of hard because of course you have to like travel, put it in a basket, etc. But it usually stays together really well. And I really like when you layer it and then it's in the gift basket. I think it's so pretty. Like I said, it's super easy, super simple to put together. You could get your seasonings in bulk and save a little bit more money. Usually, not always, but usually when you buy things in bulk, you save a little bit more money. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you check out the recipes linked in my blog down below. I'll see you in a new video very soon. Bye-bye.